Okay, guys, M.V.K here, coming to you again with versus match with a twist, as always. And as always, here's the last match winner. And with a majority of the votes, you guys picked The Vision as the best android slash robot superhero. He pretty much dominated at all the competition. So big ups to that. Next up, Best Monster of Science. This was created by Deadpoolzilla, and he gave me 7 characters, but I added one more just to spice it up a little bit. And the first one we'll start off with, It's Alive! It's Alive! Yes, the Frankenstein monster. Mary Shelley's classic character. Kind of the character that started it all between science and nature, however, playing God. You name it. There you go. Next up, one of Spidey's classic rogues gallery villains, aka the Lizard, Kurt Connors, tried to, regrow his arm. Unfortunately, everything went haywire, and this is the results. And he's been doing a fantastic job right now in the books. Next up, Bizarro. Pretty much the Frankenstein monster of the Superman universe. Bizarro is just the total opposite of Superman, but he has all Superman's powers except none of his weaknesses. For fun fact, guys, he was created originally by Zod. Next up, for all my Doctor Who fans, Deadpoolzilla puts the Cybermen. The Cybermen are one of my favorite Doctor Who villains. I like to call them cybernetic freaks of nature. Let's just put it like that. Next up, we have Lucy from Ilfan Lied, a manga / anime that I only watched a few episodes of. But Lucy here is the sadistic, stone cold killer. Her race is known as the Dicloni. I believe that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but yeah. Next up, Tyler Pitt's Metal Sonic. Created by Dr. Robotnik to be the thorn in the Blue Bomber's side, and he's been that way for a long time. Next up, the Homunculi, or Homunculus, however you want to classify it. Boy, from Full Metal Alchemist series, these freaks of nature or science are just complete badasses, and I love the fact that they all represent one of the deadly sins. And my contribution to this is Nemesis. The first appeared in Resident Evil 3. He was the biogenetic badass that knew wherever you were, and when he wanted to play with you, he would come out and play. And he was a total badass, and of course he gave little kids nightmares. So there you have it, guys. Those are the individuals that are chosen. Who do you feel is the best monster of science from this category, from these individuals? Vote now. Voting will end Monday, where I will tally up the votes to continue. And once again, I'd like to give a shout out to ZSlasher44 and Deadpoolzilla, because they're the only two that actually have given me ideas. Yes, sometimes even with my deceivious and crazy mind, guys, I get a little tongue-tied and I need a little help. So thanks to those two guys for helping me out in a couple of these versus match with a twist. Even though this is not my creation, this is my good friend Ziploc Gory's creation, but he always said anybody can do it, and so I decided to do it. And if anybody else has any kind of idea of, give me your categories, and I will put them into a future vid. But other than that, like I said, voting begins now, ends Monday. And other than that, this is M.V.K saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. As always, I'll catch you in the flip flop.